Hello everyone, and welcome to my first video. I'm recording after releasing my first video on my second channel. This video is going to be coming out way later. I actually have a holiday where I will be on a cruise, so I won't have access to internet for about a week. So I'm playing this game earlier, my week 2 game, earlier than my week 1 game. So hopefully I've won my week 1 game, but if I haven't, that's certainly fine. Certainly pretty interested to see. I'm saying certainly too much, but so Cloyster, Swoobat, Thraw, Aggron, all these guys against the evolved version of my Pokemon. And unfortunately, Wartortle, who is, in my view, probably the best check to Cloyster in the game, has access to Fake Out, which can obviously limit a lot of the spread, sort of utility options, that's the word I was looking for, but also resists the both the water and ice moves coming in, and has access to Follow Me, so it can really prevent the other things, and it's quite a bulky Pokemon as well. They do also have Monferno, who can threaten it with like a Life Orb or a Specs Vacuum Wave. That one at least is more liable to be affected by Terra. Yeah, outside of that, they do have a second redirection in Togepi, who is less of a problem. They've got Morpeko as a second Fake Out option, which is a third Fake Out option, apologies, which is pretty good. It's actually a very solid damage dealer with Aura Wheel, the electric and Dark type moves. Something running into it, you have to think about, what am I running to sort of play around it and to check it. And then yes, they've got Stantler, which has Intimidate and also sets Trick Room itself. They've got Noctowl, which is a strong special attacker, and they have Dugtrio, which is fast. Can also support utility on some Pokemon, but I don't think they have anything with Weak Armor. Like beat up Weak Armor is a decent option if you can get it with a Dug. So here I have Specs Offensive, Terra Electric, Misdreavus. They actually have a very poor Electric matchup. No, is that true? No, that doesn't appear to be true. I don't know why I'm Specs Terra Electric. I'm just going to assume it was correct. Oh, that's right, because a lot of their Electric checks are not as great. And then I have the trick there, which is very useful. I can't hit Morpeko at all. And then it does also have access to Trick Room, which is helpful because I have another Trick Room setup in Eviolite. Execute. I have Harvest over Chlorophyll in case Sun is up, which they might set up for their Ivysaur, because I don't want to be moving first in Trick Room. And then, yes, I've got just Psychic there as my only attacking move. It's actually pretty decent to this team. And then I have Sleep Powder there to hit the Morpeko. Probably can't hit the Sleeku at all, but Psychic is at least okay into it, because they can only run one Eviolite, right? And then I have here, I've got a Scarf Cloyster for if I'm in a fast mode. It has Explosion there. I can potentially Explosion next to a Terra Ghost Execute, and use that to, get Trick Room up, and also get some, pivot, I'm not risking any of my Trick Room attackers, being the Aggron here. It's actually kind of defense Body Press, which is not attack or anything, but yeah, we've got Life Orb, Strong Jaw with Crunch, and then we also have here the Guts Flame Orb set. Now, Explosion less good with Guts because it means I won't have the Guts set up, but it is an option. Storm Throw, unfortunately, is my best fighting move. It is effectively 90 base power. Low Kick is not consistent into this team, and then I just don't think I can afford to run Superpower in this matchup. I have pinged my opponent, and they have responded earlier, so they should be hopefully challenging me shortly. I'm not totally sure what they'll bring on their end. I don't actually know if their Trick Room mons have access to a prison outside of Miss Magus, which I'm pretty sure it does. So I certainly wasn't expecting to go into Trick Room this sort of early in the season. But I do have, like I said, the option of Scarf Cloyster, and what that's useful for is it can also threaten some of them ones who would try and prevent me from setting Trick Room, like Misdreavus or Diglett or Monferno. With a powerful attack before I'm actually going to run minus defense because of the aforementioned Vacuum Wave from Monferno. Alright, I'm just going to also DM my opponent. Yeah, I really huge shout outs to Wotan for playing this game early. Obviously, it won't be releasing early, but it's really appreciated being able to play it early, because otherwise I'd have a tiny bit of time, which is there 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. to play it on the day I get back from holidays, and it's not really something that's very fair to them. So I appreciate them being flexible in playing early. But maybe I should have waited a little bit longer for the recorder. I also have microwaved a little bit of lunch. I think I'm just going to check the matchup. If we look at it, so it's not a lot of Pokemon. I don't know if Ivysaur is going to come. They do have 3 starters. It's a shame this isn't Charmeleon, because then they would have all 3 of the Gen 1 middle evolutions. Now, they can technically bring 4 Pokemon who don't need EV or Light, and they can potentially put like a Sash here. Or maybe like an offensive item on Morpeko. But it does feel like there's a bit of pressure on them in relation to their access to EV or Light. And obviously I'm bringing 2 not fully evolved Pokemon. That's not fair. Stresses. But I'm running an offensive set on the Misdreavus to sort of offset the fact that it doesn't have access to that EV or Light. Which, you know, I only do what I can, right? I might pause this until my opponent shows up. But yeah, I don't necessarily know what they'll be bringing, and I think that just in general it's been a very busy time because the holidays coming up, a lot of very busy at work, so I'm a little bit less prepped together than I wish I would be. But yeah, I'll pause, and we'll resume when my opponent's back. Alright, here we are. Let me put a matchup view. Let's hit accept. And let me cut off anything that I don't need from my matchup. I just want to remove the Pokemon I want to bring. No Doug. Brought the Torrent. No Noctowl. What Shroomish? Interesting. No Togepi, no Statler. Nope. Excuse me, no Ivysaur. Now, I'm certainly Electric not feeling that good when they did wind up bringing the Shroomish. Ghost. Totally still fine. They really only have the 1 resist. So, Trick Room wise, it's a little less on the valuable side. Obviously, Claude would be really good in Trick Room right now. It's not a position that I have. I think I'm going to lead Cloyster. Let's just do the Trick Room version of the build. Wouldn't have minded if Cloyster low flips, huh? You too, Frank. That's just round 2. I wish I was Terra Ghost on the Cloyster. I think Terra Stellar was maybe a bit much. Terra-wise, they've got pre-default Terras on a couple. They've got 2 Terra Fairies. I guess that's for Dark on the Misdreavus. Like, it probably means it has Dazzling Gleam, right? I think if we don't see Fake Out at lead, I'm pretty happy. If we do see Fake Out, I'm definitely going to Terra Ghost Trick Room, but I might hard switch in Throw over the Cloyster. One of the Execute heads is looking back at me. You know, like, I've been having a lot of fun with that guy over in Pokemon Blue. I wouldn't mind if I had in that series found a Leaf Stone. I think little has changed about me wanting to switch in this. The good news about Gimli is that if they aren't sporing the Cloyster slot this turn, which I feel like they're more likely to attack, it's like totally fine, right? I feel like they're more likely to put the damage into Cloyster and put the Fake Out into Cloyster here than into Execute. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. No, okay, I should have gone for the Terra Ghost. They did spore into that slot. I mean, if I throw out an Icicle Spear there, I feel like there's a very good odds that Shroomish died. Alright. Well, unfortunately, I'm not awake. So I think here is Terra Ghost Trick Room. Maybe it's just Terra Ghost Psychic into Monferno. I think it's unlikely they put a Grass move into a Spore into Execute, because obviously, you know, I should have. Okay. A CC coming out there. Okay, well that's only going to make it easier for my Psychic to pick up. Alright, Sash. I'm going to throw out the Protect. Psychic into the photo slot. One photo is terrifying, so. Shroomish is definitely already putting in work. I lived, but obviously I have the funny item. Oh my gosh, it's faster than me. Okay. This is pretty bad. Alright, I think I just gotta throw both attacks into the Morpeko slot. I can wake up with either slot. Okay, well. If I do wake up, I'll look very stupid. Alright, Icicle Spear here. Sleep Powder and the Morpeko. They unfortunately do have the Dark Hunger switch, which is not as helpful for me. I could Icicle Spear the Shroomish and Trick Room. If I just Terra Ghosted turn 1, it would have been in a much better position. Also, I know what that is. Okay. Maybe I'm just like... I have the wrong ability! Oh, I did the wrong ability, no! Oh no! Okay, I gotta fix my week 1 matchup build for that. I'll actually do that right now. Okay, I did set it there. I just didn't set it here because I'm stupid. Maybe I should... Oh no, I couldn't Terra Stellar and I've already Terra'd. They're just gonna spore me. I do move first. I'm so screwed. Alright, I think I gotta do this and Sleep Powder connect with Morpeko and needs to not be safety goggles. I think if I get Sleep and Morpeko, maybe I can win. But that was definitely not well played. Yeah, Overcoat also would have been good, that's true. Alright. That's fine at least. I gotta double edge you. I don't really know what that means I should be doing with the slot. I guess Sleep Powdering in case something else comes in. There's no way this lives double edge, even if I am strong jaw. Obviously, it could be annoying if Morpeko does wake up here. But the Shroomish has just been such a problem. And I feel like I'm actually in a pretty good position if I can somehow wake my Cloister up. So I may as well just sleep out of that slot again. Okay, unfortunate, but... It's just unfortunate, there's not really about that. I don't have any confidence that Execute would have picked up the Shroomish, which is very clearly Evolite and the greatest Pokemon alive. Yeah, not even if it had 0 investment. Well, they're going to click Fake Out here, obviously, into my Boromir, and I'm going to lose. Okay. So, we go for the Stomping here, and obviously we go for the Wake Up Icicle Spear. Like, okay, so if they do not get a KO this turn, that does mean that they're reliant on being Protect, for one thing. And like me, otherwise I can Wake Up this turn, and Icicle Spear. We'll only get 3 hits and I'll lose! And they still have a fourth Pokemon in the back. Well, if they're not Protect, that could even be Bandit. I have no clue. I feel like surely it isn't Bandit though. I feel like that would have picked up. Alright. Yeah. Alright. Time to play better, but gosh, I really messed that ability up, and that is gonna haunt me. Like I said, I just have been really sloppy as a result of all this sort of stuff going on. You know, you would have seen that I lost the I lost that game a couple weeks back. Like I lost 2 games recently. One on the channel, which was the level 1 game. No, what was it? It wasn't level 1, but it was the one with Skeledirge being underspeeding when it always should have been faster, and I just didn't invest it correctly. Underspeeding the Slither Wing at -1. There was just no reason for that. I kind of just want to do this. I just want to try the same build again, except play it differently. Because I do feel like if I play it differently, I have a better chance of winning. If I had Helping Hand on this execute, that would also be helpful. But I don't need Helping Hand, I just need to hit, right? I just need to get 4 hits. And a Psychic. The other plan is actually to Trick Room. Am I running Protect on execute? Yeah, that's just not, unfortunately, not correct here. I have a matchup which facilitates that. So maybe I gotta go like Mischievous Cloister. Definitely Aragorn. And then between these two, both of them kind of suck. There we go. I completed my own jigsaw. I'm gonna see if only you were reliable. Alright, I'm gonna go for the Terrastellar Explosion, and I'm gonna trick the Sliggoo. I don't know why I'm going Terrastellar, I don't have to. I'm just gonna explode. And I just need to not Terra the Mischievous while I explode. That's really the important thing. Okay, well that's annoying, but I don't think it's likely to matter that much. We'll see what they wind up looking into. Acid Spray. That's kind of funny. But I can definitely Shadow Ball and explode here. And it should pick up Morpeko. And then I get some chip on the thing. What am I allowed? Leftovers. Okay. Sure. The good news is it's currently completely hard-walled by Aggron while it's locked into Acid Spray, so we'll have to switch most likely at some point. Alright, only 2 more hits before that picks up. I feel like I'm in an okay position, right? This Sliggoo is like effectively crippled. I still have access to my own Terra. I kind of want to Terra Trick Room here and go for a Protect. I think with that up, they haven't Terra'd themselves yet. What's Morpeko's Terra? Dark. Doesn't change the way its signature move works though. Jordan left. Apparently this was bad enough to play that Jordan left. That's heartbreaking to see. Ah. I think even with the -2, I don't think I should faint here. So I should be able to click Protect. I should be able to... Oh no. Oh my gosh. That was almost really, really, really bad. The good news is I can always Facade that slot now. I think I'm going to switch hard Aggron here and then go Facade into the Mischievous. Okay, that's fine. Here I will just Body Press the Sliggoo and Facade the Mischievous slot. Nothing that comes in, like, takes it. Right. I don't know why I'm Rockhead. I don't have any move that has recoil. Alright, let's see if this Body Press is enough. Okay, this Sliggoo's slower, which is unfortunate. Okay. Well, it's definitely most important to put the damage into the Miss Mage's slot. Is that true? No, I'm pretty sure I can Body Press here and Facade here. I think I'm fairly confident that Facade will pick up the Miss Mage's. Just it's not that bulky a Pokemon, right? And then I still have the Mischievous in the back, which can at least do something. Okay. Sort of feels like I might have clicked. No, I clicked the right one for sure. Alright, Heavy Slam here. And then obviously I just click Shadow Ball, but Heavy Slam, and I go for Trick Room here. There's no way this living a Heavy Slam. Unfortunately, I did lose game 1, so I do have to try and pull back a game 3. Okay. I might have lost. Why didn't I click Protect there? Because I thought they were Dazzling Gleam? No, I didn't. Well, I lost that. I am bad. GG. Okay, so I guess my out is Thunderbolt Paralysis. Yeah, I didn't get the I didn't even get the Parallel, the full power. GG. Okay, yeah, not a good start to the season. Not a good start to the season at all. It's fine though. Like, it's just mods, you know. Yeah, I think I said to one of my friends, like, you know, the worst thing that could happen to me is that I've lost a game of Pokemon, and you know that is the worst thing that could have happened to me, and it happened to me. But it's also completely fine, and it's not a problem. You know, my Wotan definitely played the match well. I don't think I spent enough time prepping. I certainly don't think I brought the right prep, but there were also multiple positions where I could have played these sets better, and I wound up losing as a result of my plays really more than anything else. So certainly cheers to Wotan. Good on him.